Take your time, but don't waste your time. Have any of you noticed that the older you get, the faster time seems to pass? It probably has a lot to do with the monotony of adult life, the lack of new experiences that, as a kid, used to define huge moments in our life. Think of all the new things you experienced in a single year when you're in, let's say, third grade. Not only are you a sponge, learning and doing something new daily, completely enamored with, to our parents, silly, pointless things, like what types of clouds there are in the sky and how to make ice cream from scratch. "Oh, that's cool," my mom would say, not even looking away from the evening news, as if she already knew all the damn clouds in the sky and I wasn't teaching her nothing new. We get older and those milestones are far and few between. But there's a danger to the monotony. Being complacent, comfortable wherever you are means that you've basically stopped growing, stopped learning. Or at the very least, we take care of our responsibilities and work day in and day out to survive that we just don't have time to do things like learn. Who do you think I am, a Reading Rainbow episode? Let's think back to creating habits. How we integrate good habits into our schedule every day until it's as routine as brushing our teeth. So one morning, as I'm avoiding working, I see a sponsored ad on Firefox about, quote, "the trick that successful billionaires from Bill Gates to Warren Buffett are using." Obviously, I had to click on it because what kind of mindless shill would I be if I didn't? The trick, they say, is this 5-hour rule, dedicating 5 hours a week to learning and improvement. So I was like, really? That's your big secret? Give yourself an hour a weekday dedicated to self-improvement and I'm supposed to what, just be better for it? It sounds so simple, yet I don't think many of us actually do it. Now, don't mistake work for learning. My mom, she's a workaholic, but not in the way that's going to make her rich. She's not getting paid extra. She's not learning anything new. It's a fruitless act where she's working for free for someone else. This doesn't count as work toward ourselves. And this is where I think that a lot of us get confused. We tell ourselves that work for the man counts as work on ourselves, but it doesn't, not where it counts. All right, I concede. It counts as improving our pocketbook. But for a lot of us, this is only a short-time benefit. But working on your side business would definitely be considered improvement. Watching YouTube videos about digital marketing to grow your personal brand is learning. And this kind of growth extends far beyond the extra money you earn that one week. This kind of growth sets you up to buy yourself time in the future by investing in yourself right now. I know all of this shit might sound gross and guru-y right now, but, I've spent the last year consistently putting in time and work to not only my stupid little business ventures on the side, but my mental health, my financial health, my creative health. It's tiresome sometimes. But I know that if I'm wasting my time doing other bullshit, I would be here in a year wondering why I was still waiting in the same spot. I'm fortunate to have a job in this situation, at least for right now. But so much time is wasted that is not being put toward the corporation of me. I want to be able to take a day off without feeling like I just lost a whole lot of money being lazy. And yes, I am lazy. I don't like to do anything that isn't going to benefit me. But being lazy shouldn't cost me. Why is lazy a negative connotation? Because I don't want to put in 12-hour days because I'm an old-ass bitch with achy bones and I want to preserve this temple? That's some pro-capitalist bullshit that I both love and hate at the same time. I would also love to be successful enough to pay for someone else's time and labor, but I gotta work on me. So the challenge is simple. It's 5 hours a week. Most people with normie schedules like me might choose weekdays because it's easier to wedge an hour into your normal routine versus on a weekend. You can split it up however it makes sense to you, but you have to be consistent week after week, not just a couple of weeks, every week, forever, and ever, and ever. So if you're going to listen to anything that I actually recommend, this is the thing. And I want you to really spend some time and think about it. Are you an artist, musician, thinking of starting a business, building your current business, learning how to cook, reading a book, listening to a podcast? Find something you know is going to exponentially improve your life if you just set the time aside to do it. You're not going to spend a few hours a month working on this thing and then quit. Nah, fam, you're too old for this procrastination game. It's too late. You can keep putting off the assignment if you want. You only do it because you don't have some professor writing your ass about its due date. You keep putting it off because you don't even take yourself seriously. Your brain is telling you, come on, kid. I thought you wanted to build your business so you can quit the job that you don't really like. But your ego is like, fuck you, you don't know me. Like, you can't tell me what to do. I'm a grown-up. Yeah, a grown-up who lets their pile of regrets pile up, so when they're 45 years old, they're saying, I was too busy taking care of X. When really you were taking care of X, but you were wasting time with Y when you could have been accomplishing Z. So here's what I'm saying. Take yourself seriously. No one else is going to invest the time and resources into you like you are. No one else has that internal spark of motivation to improve your life like yourself. So take yourself seriously. You are worth the investment. You're your own personal brand, whether you want to admit it or not. This isn't new because of the internet and social media. Do you remember a resume? How about a credit score? We're constantly selling ourselves to get ahead in our own personal goals. Let's just make sure we're focusing on self-improvement too. Alright, I'm out of here. I hope some of this makes sense to you. I'll admit that this has been one of my biggest struggles, alongside not respecting the notion of time, or lack thereof. There are a lot of distractions out there, even more so now than ever. Our boredom culminates to picking up our phone and scrolling through Instagram instead of pushing ourselves to be better, whatever that means to us. Right, be sure to rate and subscribe. Leave a review if you haven't already. It's been a while since I've begged you guys. And we'll see what's coming up next year. Toodaloo.